Hello and welcome to Parenting in Diaspora. So this is part 2 of the series 5 Dangerous Immigrant Habits. So number 2 is that we do not do well with estate planning. Estate planning is simply a set of documents that outline the choices that you have made regarding what should happen to your money, your body in the event of illness, injury, or death. So that will consist of wills, for example, which takes effect after passing away, financial power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney. Those take care of things even while you are alive, but maybe not able to help yourself. And I know that this is a very sensitive topic. I don't want to sound insensitive or callous. I know we don't like to talk about death. We wish that it didn't happen, and I do too. And we pray every day not to die young. But we have seen these things happen, and we have seen families thrown into just headache and stress about what to do because they don't know the intention of the loved ones, and then things just happen that just cause a lot of problems after the passing away or while someone is not able to make decisions for themselves. Something as simple as life insurance will take care of burial costs for people, but many times we find that families are thrown into borrowing money because this wasn't taken care of. So we can check all these out, but these are things that we really need to look into. And I know that we may say that those things are not important or I can't afford them, but these things are important. We do have auto insurance because we have to. If you hold a mortgage on a home, you must have home insurance. So things that concern our lives, our bodies, we should take seriously because it really does impact the people we leave behind or our family members whom we love so much. So the number 3 habit that we have that is not so pleasant is working so hard that we don't even take a vacation. You know, there's a reason that vacations are there because we need to rest from having worked so hard. Many times the vacations we take is probably to go back to the homeland, which is actually no vacation at all because we don't get to rest. And I'm not suggesting that we spend money that we don't have. You can have a staycation. You can actually stay home and wake up whenever you want, lounge around in your home. Your body is getting the rest and it's affecting you positively in all areas of life. And for those who still have school-age children, the schools actually expect that children do things during the holidays. So if your children are on spring break, for instance, and you are not able to take them anywhere, you can look around your city and see if there's any place of attraction, any historical place that you could take them to that they will have fun, so that when they get to school and they're actually asked to write a report about how their vacation went, your children will actually have something to say. I know I've talked to some young people who said, well, when I got that, I just made things up because I didn't have anything to write. So if we have that in mind, then we will take time out, even if it's one day out of their vacation that we take out, to give them some fun, something that they can write about if they're asked to, and just something that can gladden their hearts. And again, obviously, working too hard can be at the expense of our health. I worked with a lady who worked so hard. I mean, she took every extra shift. And I remember talking to her about this, and she told me, well, I have a young child, and I'm the only parent, so I have to work this hard. Well, very unfortunately, she was going to work one day when she collapsed on her doorsteps. So she wasn't even available for discharge. So we have to be careful to give ourselves rest because our bodies need the rest. The number 4 issue that I've seen is that sometimes we don't have our priorities right. I know I talked about health and that some people may say that I don't have health insurance, I don't have money to do an estate planning, but everyone just needs to check themselves and see what they spend money on. But these things are important. And also our families are important. Our nuclear families especially are important because I know that as immigrants, we have a lot of extended family that we take care of. That's a wonderful thing. That's good. In the midst of it, let's remember that our nuclear family is our first priority. And then, of course, our extended family. So those are things that sometimes we mix up and causes problems in families. And the last one, number 5, is that I think we need to do better with being open to change. So we have the privilege of living in, wherever we're living. And definitely there are some experiences that we have gained. We bring a lot from the respective countries that we have come from that are wonderful. At the same time, we're learning new things. And sometimes the things that we learn are things that would be very useful for us to put into practice, but sometimes we are reluctant in changing. For instance, in the issue of marriage, I hear this often from couples, especially from men saying, oh, I'm an African man, we don't do that. But on our jobs, we learn about best practices. So you always do what is best in any situation. So if you're married, it's okay to hold your wife in public. It's okay to be affectionate towards your wife. It's okay to say, I love you to your wife, even if that's not what we did. It's okay to embrace good things and do them. And for women, if your husband is trying to be affectionate towards you in public, don't be shy and resistant, because I've seen that too. So we just need to be open to the wonderful experiences that we have been exposed to. We need to have a maintenance culture that we always try to make things better. And I give the example of our marriage, or even in our parenting. Whatever it is that we can do better, we need to do that. I know here in the United States, there's something called spring cleaning. So in April or around that time, people will start repainting their homes, just cleaning up and all of that. And so sometimes when you're trying to buy a home and the home has been around for 20 years, you're shocked, like, oh my goodness, have people actually lived here for 20 years? That's because it's been maintained all along. So those are good things for us to do. I'm not talking about housing, but I'm saying just generally in all areas of our lives, to always strive to maintain things, to maintain our marriages, to maintain our relationships, either with our children or with other people, to keep learning, to keep doing things that make things better. The Lord will help us. We will have good rewards from all these things that we do. So again, I thank you for watching. I invite you again to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications so you can know whenever any video pops up. And again, I want this to be reactive. I don't want it to be a monologue. I don't know everything. So I invite comments in the section below so you can give your advice so that I can read that and probably come back the next time to talk about what you have written. So I welcome that and I encourage you. Again, thanks for watching and God bless.